Freedom, the devil will take back territory that you've already won, if you didn't know that. Freedom's not just a one and done. In 1987, I had freedom over a situation, but I didn't stay vigilant with that freedom. In 87, I had an abortion, and I put murderer on my title and wore that for years. But then I went through cleansing streams and some other things at a church that we lived in another state and gained freedom through that. Then in 2019, I got Bell's palsy. Y'all know what Bell's palsy is? It's where like half your face decides to like. So most people that have Bell's palsy, you're in and out of it in 4 to 6 months, and life moves on and you're fine. Well, I got Bell's palsy in 2019, and I still have it. So I'm one of those rare cases that the muscle just never goes back. So I'm on pain meds and muscle relaxers and all kinds of stuff all day long, just so I can communicate with you. If you look close, my eye still doesn't work. I don't smile as big, and my hearing's affected. So, blah, blah, right? Anyway, so as soon as this Bell's palsy hit, even though I was strong in my faith, and I've been a women's ministry leader for 20-some years, instantly, that murder title came back. And it was like, of course I get Bell's palsy. I'm a murderer. Of course it stays for years because I'm a murderer. So let me tell you, if you've gained freedom over an area in your life, you have to stay vigilant in your prayers or the devil's going to take it back. So I'm the example of where he took some territory back. And I said, no. So I signed up for the freedom class. But let me share a little bit about how much of the boat. One of the last week's sermon was like stepping on my toes, because I was one of those disciples that was in the boat yelling at God, like, really? Come on. I was really mad at God. I didn't recognize God. I'm like, "Urgh," because if you know me a little, I'm a fun flag. So fun flags like to talk, smile, and laugh, right? Well, talking, laughing, and smiling hurt. So I'm like, God, you created me this way, and you created this, fun flag, but everything who I am hurts. I was also a trainer by trade. What does a trainer do all day? Talk. So there goes, career. And I was just in the boat yelling at God, like, don't you care? So I took the freedom class. My husband back there, Michael, he plays bass sometimes, and sometimes he's back on production. During the Bell's palsy, there's a whole lot of months I couldn't talk at all. He really enjoyed that. And there's times when I start talking, and he's like, don't you need to rest that muscle, honey? Anyway, so I'm like, no, I'm going to take territory back and gain new territory over this. Because what happened was when this happened, I stepped back and said, nope, I'm just going to, like Pastor said, I'm going to, do production or the slides or whatever, but I'm not going to step out and do, because if I talk too long, we're going to have a spasm or not be able, or all kinds of stuff. So I allowed the enemy to take territory. I believed the enemy, and I was really mad at God. Transparency. So I took the freedom class knowing I needed freedom. I had to gain back territory, but I had to gain new freedom over this. So in the freedom class, I surrendered again. I know God deeper and different through the freedom class. And I realized you have to fight for your freedom every day, or he's going to take that territory back. In addition to just prayers that I have been doing, I've been, praying over people all the time, and I'll lay hands on you and speak in tongues for you. Well, when this happened, I lost my tongue because I couldn't move my mouth in that way. I was mad at God again. But I never prayed fervently over myself, out loud over myself. So in the freedom class, I learned not just to speak prayers, but speak them out loud, and the prayers are scripture, and to say them boldly because I stand in the authority of Jesus Christ. We had tools. Some of the tools were refreshers, but it was a very powerful class. So if you know you need freedom, sign up. If you're like, I'm not sure, I'm fine, well, I challenge you to expand your next level of freedom and take the class. Because through this, I've discovered new purpose. The broken vessel you talked about. I'm healed enough to where I don't have to wear an eye patch and where I can communicate. I still wear an earplug a lot, but and I'm still broke, but God uses broken vessels, right? So again, your sermon today, I'm like, okay, fine. So in the class, it was really revealed to me to step out, quit waiting, and trust who's in front of you, and step out again. So I discovered new purpose. I'm useful now, and I want to make a difference in a new way by stepping out. So I promised Pastor that I would do a home group, and it's going to be ladies only, and it's going to be right after church in the other building. I don't know, one of the rooms. Look on the website, Google it. Not Google it. Go to trinitycolumbia.com or use the app. Really, use the app. Anyway, and then the home group is we have a video from the pastor, and then we have a guidebook from the pastor. So we work through continuing the conversation from his service into the home group. It's going to be ladies only right after church. This first time I've got lunch covered. After that, we'll figure out from month to month what we're going to do, but all is well. So come to the home group, expand how you know God, and sign up, ladies. And as far as freedom, sign up. If you're curious, sign up. If you know where you need freedom, sign up. If you don't and you think you're fine, sign up, because there's another level. Expand your level of freedom. God has more for you to discover, more purpose for you, and more and new and different ways for you to make a difference. And for you to do that, we have to be free to the level He has called us to be.